Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm playing Winter Nightmare Dizzy. As you can see, I'm on that screen where I was cheated last time by the game. I stumbled on some platforms high above, fell onto the screen and was killed by the bat. And then after losing my life, I respawned in the infinite air, just above the platform that's above me, but further to the right, and fell right into the bat's line, into the bat's flight path, even without giving any chance to start from a safe place so that I could avoid the bat. Now that's where I got cheating by the game. But regardless, let us continue with our attempts to find the last ice cube. Yes, I have got a few ideas, but other than that, I'm pretty much flying in the dark here. But in the meantime, I'm just checking some of these leaves while I progress through screens. Oh, I think I just did that wrong and I'm gonna lose a life. Yes, typical. Okay, yes, it seems like this screen isn't one that's gonna have the ice cube that I was hoping it would have. Yes. But to be sure, let's go up there again and say I'll try just walking off there since jumping seems a bit like a risk. Yes, there's nothing there. So in order to be neat and tidy and organised, I'm thinking I'll take these little bits and pieces of background scenery that were hiding ice cubes to the screen where all the rest of my little background bits and pieces are that I've amassed together on the one screen in order to be neat and organised. Plus, when you think about it, if any of these little background bits and pieces are needed for puzzles, which they sometimes have been known to be in Dizzy games, well, it's handy to have them all together on the one screen, isn't it? So that, you know, they're all accessible in the one place and all. I mean, isn't it intriguing how these two railings here are different colours and yet they have the same name? There's no difference in the description of them and the titles. And as you can see, we've got two sets of leaves as well, and there's no difference in the description of these either. Really anything. It's only the dry firewood here that's an item that was obviously on display from the start of the game, which which we haven't used for anything yet. All the other items that you can see down there are items which were hiding ice cubes in the background, I think. But yes, my plan now is to see if I can jump through any any maybe false walls in order to get into secret rooms. Any secret rooms that might exist, because sometimes in Dizzy games, you do get secret rooms that are beyond false walls that you'd never guess existed unless you try to jump through the false walls. Sometimes, as a matter of fact, you can even get inside walls. And for all we know, there could be an ice cube actually inside one of these wooden blocks, couldn't there, if it's transparent? Oh, didn't think I'd be able to jump high enough to be burnt by that torch just then. See, this game's just a massive cheat sometimes, isn't it? And I can't get on into that gap under those stairs either, since it just makes me go up the stairs if I try to get there. So yes, right now at this point in time I'm resigned to trying to jump into walls in order to find that last ice cube that I need. So, I'm gonna go to the castle on the other side of the map and try to jump inside walls over there. But then again, I remember how there's also that trapdoor, isn't there, with the button above it, which, for all I know, could be a puzzle in order to get the last ice cube, but at the same time, when you think about it, one of these things that was hiding one of the ice cubes could be what's needed to solve that puzzle. When you think it could also be this item we've never used to dry firewood that's somehow needed with that trapdoor in the other castle. But then again, when you think with how Dylan's a big fan of nature over towards that other castle, he could also maybe appreciate these little pieces of bushes from trees, couldn't he? So yeah, there's quite a lot of possibilities here. That I could try. But for now, I think the leaves seem like the best bet, to be honest. But I wonder if I could maybe wet the firewood down this drawbridge or something here. After all, you have to think that maybe the word dry in the dry firewood is a clue for what to do, haven't you? Obviously, I'm really grasping at straws here, aren't I? Maybe the dry firewood could be turned into smoky dry firewood or something with flames. But then again, when you think about the sheer amount of torches here on the map and all, it makes you think it might be grasping at straws, doesn't it? But alas, let us proceed, yes. And hope we get ideas or something, yes. You know, my instincts are telling me to maybe try dipping the firewood in this hot water as well, but no, that doesn't seem to be it. Or maybe heating them up with this flame? No. Was there a torch up here? No. I wonder if I can jump through these rocks. Like the trick rocks are invisible, but no. I mean false rocks, but no, they're not. Or maybe you can heat a firewood up with the torch from here. No. Well, let's head on towards that other castle on the other side of the map, over this way. Yes, sirree, Bob. Maybe with the boatman being out here in the cold, he'd appreciate some firewood. No. And yeah, I suppose when you think about it, if Dylan doesn't want the leaves for the nature-loving side of his persona, maybe we could give him the firewood and the leaves in order to start a campfire out here to keep himself warm, eh? After all, you could imagine him liking camping, being one with nature and all, couldn't you? Yes. Hi Josie, hi Dylan, would you want to start a campfire here? Guess not. Doesn't want the leaves either. Or maybe we could, nah, not just yet. I was thinking maybe we could burn down that castle wall or something, but with it being looking like stone and all, that doesn't really seem like a viable choice, does it? So yes, let's go on to this castle here and see if we can, you know, get through walls or whatever. If there's any false walls over here. Now maybe the king will be wanting to start a fire in order to try and melt the snow away from here. Or maybe the leaves in order to keep the fire going somehow, I don't know. Then again, we could try maybe wetting the firewood with this water. precise here because sometimes I think you need to be precise in dizzy games. I think sometimes you've got to stand in pretty much a pixel perfect spot on the screen in order to solve puzzles sometimes. For when you use the action key and drop items on various places in order to solve puzzles. But yeah, with Grand Dizzy being gold and then firm, it makes you wonder if he'd want to rather recklessly start a campfire inside this castle here, doesn't it? For all we know, it could all start burning all around him, but sometimes you've just got to do what you need to do to keep yourself warm, haven't you? No, and he doesn't want the leaves either to keep the fire going, no. Well, I don't think I've tried getting on top of here, have I? For all I know, maybe there's an invisible ice cube up here or something. No? Guess not. Or what if I can get onto this little ledge that's underneath that platform that I was on? Yeah, this here. No, doesn't seem like there was any reason to go up here at all. And maybe I could heat up the firewood on one of these torches. Or maybe if I put the firewood between the torches and it'll catch fire and cause something to happen that I need to happen in order to solve a puzzle or something, yeah. Or maybe if I leave the firewood here and then I could maybe press the switch up above and they'd all fall in and cause something that I need to happen in order to progress. This rather conspicuous piece of red solid ground looks like it could be something as well, doesn't it? So yes, let's head up and try pressing the switch to see if anything will happen here. No. And I can't jump on it or anything, no. Getting kind of low on time as well, aren't I? And these railings can't be picked up. Or if I jump on this repeatedly and try and make it collapse under my weight or something. Okay, so maybe I can put the firewood on here and it'll have some kind of, you know, aesthetic effect that'll cause something to happen or something. No. Or maybe if I try them all here, or on this part of it. No, I don't suppose I could use them with this lever either. No, or maybe poke a hole through this little window type barrier with the sharp pieces of firewood or something. No, but I can't drop things here. Must just be because it's some kind of an uncomfortable, odd, irregular place or something, yes. Or, You know, maybe he's got strange powers and he can find an ice cube in the firewood I've got or something. But no, he won't even accept items that I might want to give him. I don't know, it's a stretch, but I don't think I can burn down his door. No. After all, I remember I probably tried that when last I played this game, when I used to always be trying to do this last puzzle in the game and all. So I guess now we're kind of resigned to checking clouds. When I say checking clouds, I mean sinking a bit into them and pressing the action key in order to see if or not the clouds themselves are hiding ice cubes, which is a possibility, yes. Don't suppose you'll be wanting firewood to burn in order to cook with it, though, would you, Dora? No. Or the leaves in order to keep the fire going, no. Or, maybe we could attach the firewood to this flagpole here in order to make some kind of makeshift flag in order to make the king happy so that he'll give me an ice cube or something. No, but then again I can't drop any items here on top of this piece of snow, can I? Or maybe at the base of the flagpole. No, guess not. Or maybe I can jump onto this ceiling from the rampart, but no. Okay, let's drop down and try my solution with the clouds that I have in mind. But let's also try burning down this castle wall with leaves and firewood, but no, we can't. Oh, let's try wetting the firewood with this water here. Part of me is wondering if I don't make any progress in this video, if it'll still be entertaining for people to watch me rambling to myself as I stumble around in ignorance like this. But in the meantime, I think it might make things easier for us if we put all these items down with my little collection over on the left side of the map, yes. What? Oh, yes, this is the answer, I remember now. So we need to sink down. Make sure we're standing in the right spot and sink down here. Select a piece of dock. And here we have the ice cube, yes. Let me just get up, because I'm dealing with my OCD. You have found all the ice cubes, yes. Aren't I a genius? Even though that was accidental. So it's more like by the grace of God that I found that last ice cube, isn't it? Yes. So, let us progress back to the castle here on the right side of the map, and give Dad's court jester or messenger or herald or whatever back outside my bedroom that last ice cube he needs. Don't know whether he's a court jester or a messenger or a herald, but I do know one thing for sure: he's an annoying, pompous little blighter. Yes. So, let us go to him now. You know something, you annoying little blighter? Here's your 25 ice cubes, your precious 25 ice cubes. Here you are, 25 ice cubes. Ah, excellent. Here, take this key. Gladly, good sir, gladly. A door key. You turn the key in the lock, and the door creaks open. Imagine if the key had broke. A present we have. Best not leave the firewood here though, in case it somehow miraculously catches on fire and sets my bed on fire with me in it. I wonder what I say if I click on myself. It's you sleeping. Wake up, mate, wake up. But no matter how loud you shout, you can't wake yourself up. Okay, I'd say we'll leave the firewood here somewhere where I don't think it could really do much harm. You know, by miraculously catching on fire by itself and setting my bedroom on fire as I sleep on Christmas Eve. Be quite tragic after all, wouldn't it? What do you mean, no? Okay, yes, down we go. As we make up, oh no, well, we need to identify the present first, don't we? Because, for all we know, it might not be for Denzel, it might be for, it might be for Bruce Springsteen, for all we know, mightn't it? Yeah. Or Elton John, for that matter. Yes. Notice how all my ice cubes at the top left have gone to 0 now. That's a bit harsh, isn't it? Even though I don't have them anymore and whatnot. The headphones, yes. I mean, it's so obvious that it's so obvious without that's the only present left that I don't really need to guess what it is from the image anymore, do I? No, sorry, Bob, I don't. So, providing I don't die in a horrendous mistake on the way to Denzel, I should complete the game now in this part. Doesn't that missing fence panel, missing piece of the dock down there look a little bit forlorn and defective without its fellow dock piece there? Still, it's the fault of the person who hid the ice cube there without telling me it. The fault of the person who hid the ice cube there, of course. Guess it's true what people say about video games making you dumber and harming the mind, isn't it? When I use words like hided while playing video games and all, yes. to Denzel, and instead I just went the complete wrong way because of how I was you know, spouting my idiotic commentary and all. Plus, I've been worried about dying now that I'm so close to finishing the game. And having to, you know, maybe make a sixth part out of this. Just to do the last puzzle of the game. After all, with how I found the last ice cube in this part, well, it wouldn't really be good to just do a do a last part if I died in this one, saying while the cameras weren't rolling, I found the last ice cube. No, that'd be most unsatisfactory for you, wouldn't it? Even though I found it in the video where I just happened to die and lose my last life. Even if I can't remember what I was trying to say here with this sentence. Anyway, yes, let's give Denzel his presents. Headphones, here you are, Denzel. Hi, Denzel, here's your present. Thanks, dude. I can't wait to open it, baby doll. Here, take this megaphone I hid so that I could hear my music. Because when you're like me, and you're cool, and you listen to loud music, you lose your hearing and go deaf, bro. But that's okay, because all the cool people in life are deaf, aren't they? Like drummers from famous bands and all, yeah, man. So yes, here we've got our megaphone, and he is hoping I won't make this jump wrongly and fall and die, but no. And because of all my waffling just then, we've gone to 1 minute, to a whole hour of playing this game. Of course, if it was, if there was saving allowed, I would have played way longer than that, like over 2 hours. And, yeah, but there is no saving, and so that means, I've ended up starting at all kinds of weird times, with my different parts of this series. And notice how this screen is called Deja Vu all over again. It's like this screen is intended to tease or taunt us or make us agitated in some way, since in Dizzy 6 is the original game that used this map, you see, without all the snow. There was a puzzle involving pressing that switch and opening that drawbridge, because I think there was an evil duplicate Dizzy that would appear on the opposite ledge to what you appeared in on this screen, and there was a puzzle involving making him fall into that water to his death. But because there isn't a duplicate here, I guess that means there's no danger of us falling in there, does it? Since there's no one up there to press the switch or button after all, yes. Quite a joyous, blissful feeling that is. Yes. OCD started getting to me a bit when I realised I had to talk about that, evil duplicate Dizzy. Yeah. So now I guess it's time I would give myself something of a rude awakening with the megaphone. Yes. You turn the megaphone on and turn it up to max. That's a bit excessive, isn't it? Maybe try half volume or quarter volume first. Wake up, Dizzy, wake up. The noise echoes around the castle. I said wake up. And slowly you begin to stir. I said wake up. You know, making it sound like it's echoing and reverberating through the dream in my head. I'm awake, yay! Look at my cute little eyes open as I wake up in my beddy eyes, yes. It was all a dream as I wake up in my little straw hut with the cute little walls and the door and all. Listen to the joyful music too. And what could those colourful little bags be on my table, I wonder? Yes, listen to the joyful music. Anyway, enough admiring this pretty little scene. Let's press enter and see what happens. Oh, but what a dream. Yes, it was quite an adventure, wasn't it? And I did get to be a hero after all. Or should I say we got to be a hero? At least I haven't missed Christmas. But we best look at the calendar to make sure first. We might find it's Boxing Day, and then wake up again to realise that we hadn't woken up at all, and this was just one of those pre-dream nightmare type things, like, you know, like in movies when it looks like the character's woken up, but then something scary happens and they freak out, and then they wake up properly next time and all. But yeah, that probably isn't going to happen, is it? You played for 1 hour, 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Congratulations, baby doll, yes. And this was Dizzy's treehouse we woke up in. I wonder why I didn't find that when I was playing through the dream. And obviously there you can click to go through to the website, yoko.com, where you can download these games, this game and many more. But for the time being we'll exit. And I'll stop the video, so goodbye my friends, and see you all next time. Yes, there's no threat this time because I'm happy because I completed the game without dying, without losing all my lives. So aren't you relieved, eh, Sonny Jim? Yes, bye.